So they'll be calling you a radical. So back to this Epstein Island dynamic. And, Vanity Fair, young, well, she's not so young, Ward, she belongs in a prison fucking cell. She reminds me of the fucking girl that's on trial that's hanging out in fucking San Diego, the Theorem fucking blood fucking work fucking chick. That's who she reminds me of. Well, that fucking, they should be in fucking prison. So, political fucking dogma. And I want to talk about this because a teenager was shot by a cop here. A teenager having a psychological fucking episode. These fucking cops are out of fucking control. As I've said, look, I want to talk political dogma. Obama. I'm going to disclose some stuff. Fukishima. Because I've run this by smart fucking people. I could, look, to the so-called African American community, you've been fucking had. You've been had by the NBA. You've been fucking had by the fucking, the billionaires. King, James, King. Fuck, you could be the next fucking American Idol. You could marry a prince, or you could be a fucking born 7-foot mutant and play in the NBA. Fucking the NCAA, come fucking bash your fucking brains in so Kyle Cunningham could call you, his assistant coach, fucking Marty, can call you the N-word and fucking make fucking millions off your back. I invented the fucking Black Lives Matter N-word. Me and a young girl from Baltimore, a young African-American fucking female, who, by the way, the rumor is she's dead. So many of us people that did start are dead. The true grassroots fucking activists in the fucking street were fucking dead. It was grassroots as it could get. Million Mass March? Fuck, it was even before that fucking I come up with it. I found the hashtags. Fucking 3 women. I found my fucking posts on fucking Facebook. Black Lives Matter. Kevin Blanch. If that's how it didn't get invented that way, but that's, if you want to go there, I was fucking 2 years before they were. It was based on a white guy from Utah on the death of a white girl. The cops kill fucking people, capital of the world. Utah, fucking Donovan Mitchell. He's from Westchester, upstate. He was a troubled kid. He grew up in the academy. I know him. Don't feed the lion. Barack Obama, inside the Situation Room. And then fucking Trump, the pedophile. Fuck, I love this. QAnon. Fucking to protect a pedophile. It's a fucking insanity. He's a fucking pedophile. I know fucking Miss Teenage Utah in Utah. Here. She came forward. A lot of them. Trump spends fucking teams of attorneys to slander, to attack, to wipe out. Just like the nuclear industry does. That's what they do to us. The grassroots fucking activists. Obama, inside the Situation Room. The greatest event. I was paramount on the starting of Occupy. Didn't call it Occupy. It was called the Post-Ignorance Project. Leading up to that fucking 100th anniversary of the Shirtwaist Fire. We worked for years on it. And I'm in fucking Brooklyn doing all this fucking dirty work, Aaron Swartz. I was there when Aaron Swartz fucking that day in the courtroom that he hung himself. They hung him. Fucking pushed him into the... Obama fucking... I like how... Well, Bush fucking betrayed the fucking so-called right. Obama betrayed the left. Black? His whitey mother? Her name, Google it. Her Stanley? CIA fucking World Bank grandmother? The father? African American? No, he was African. The polygamist from Utah? He was a polygamist. When Barack Obama's mother, Stanley, found out, she died of cancer, young, by the way. This is what appalls me. She was a downwinder. When she found out, she divorced him. He was a polygamist. From Kenya. Harvard? Oh my God. Nothing African American about him. Nothing. 0.0. He did nothing for that fucking... that's really where Black Lives fucking Matter started, was the fucking betrayal by Barack Obama. And then there's fucking Trump. Oh my God. So, let me tell you I have the transcript from the Situation Room. And I could do a whole fucking video on... I should do one. On Malcolm X. When all my days in New York, all that fucking work in New York for all those years, I was on Wall Street. I was a derivative arbitrage. I managed so much fucking money. But anyway, I was involved with the countercultures fucking... when they gave birth. Scientology? That's what gave it birth. Fuck, please. Where do you think Scientology came from? The Book of Mormon. I mean, L. Ron Hubbard read a fucking Joseph Smith, New York. Joe Smith fucking invented Mormonism in New York. I mean, whoa. So Malcolm X, this is how they steal it. Think about Tupac. What's Tupac? The real Tupac was the true activist in South America who fought back. You know, his so-called Black Panther's mama and Gloria. They fucking created that. That's what they do in Hollywood. They created, they stole the whole, go talk to Malcolm's fucking daughter. Malcolm X wasn't a gun toter. They put that fucking picture of the CIA teed his ass up. I used to tell people right there in Williamsburg, all the time. I said, you want to meet the guy that killed Malcolm X? What? You want to meet him? You want to go talk to him? No, you're crazy. I said, crazy? Come here. He's working at the fucking McDonald's right there. He's on work release. Come on. Let's walk over there. I used to talk to him all the time. Farrakhan fucking ordered because the fucking FBI and the CIA teed him up. The fucking Hoover was sending fake fucking letters saying that he said this, they said that. You know, he outed the fucking, you know, the imam or whatever. I mean, Malcolm Little, you know, Nebraska. He met in prison when he was a teenager, just like when the cops shoot this teenager. He was the greatest, by the way. My favorite fucking line in history. By the way, you want to see something that'll make you cry? Watch the fucking interview with his friend back on 60 Minutes when he was the shit. He was Malcolm X's friend. Watch the interview with Malcolm X's daughter, who was, by the way, sitting on the stage. All them little girls were sitting on the stage when they fucking murdered him. Watch the interview with her and Farrakhan. She just sits and listens to Farrakhan's lies. You know, Farrakhan, oh, I loved your father. And she just sits there all calm, cool, collected. It's powerful as hell. Well, it's powerful as heaven. She sits there calm, cool, collected. And then she starts to cry. And she says, oh, really? You live... I mean, it's so fucking powerful. You know what you did to our family? You know, we were little girls. We were sitting on the stage. My sisters, you know what kind of hell? They blew up his fucking house. You know, he pulled the gun out after they fucking blew up his fucking house. You know, it was not the greatest line in all of activist history, you know, is his. Well, what about, you know, black power, fucking white power, fucking thing? He says, no. He says, I went to Mecca. You know, I get into the whole Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, who was another incredible fucking actress. I love that guy. What they've turned this into? I went to Mecca. What woke me up is when I saw blonde-haired, blue-eyed Muslims. This isn't black or fucking white. This is wrong or right. So people piss off. They say, well, you say this or this, you'll be contemporized. Fuck Obama and Trump. You know, and by the way, I can fucking blow the Epstein thing all the hell. I was so heavily involved I knew they had the teenage fucking prostitution ring in New York. Fucking in the 90s. We exposed all this in the 90s. We knew that Vanity Fair killed Kurt Cobain. Nature is a whore. You know, I can dive into Courtney. I used to run into Courtney Love all the fucking time. You know, in New York. She's crazier than a fucking bedbug. I wonder why. Her dad, the fucking deadhead? Fuck, Hank, that fucker's a moron. No, her mother! What? The psychologist that worked for the nuclear industry at Berkeley? Oh, yeah, the fucking same old fucking team. I mean, wake the fuck up. A white guy from Utah on the death of a white girl in Utah named Danielle Willard. It's the birth of Black lives in the streets of Washington, D.C. with a young African-American female from Baltimore. Fucking, speaking of Ferguson, Lou Brock is dead. You know, so you can say all the fuckish... I want to tell all activists. You're caught up in contemporaryism. You need to be popular. You need to get fucking AdSense. If you give a fuck about that, you're not an activist. You're not fucking anything in the grassroots. You give a fuck about the truth. Period. The truth. You know, Fukishima. So Barack Obama inside the Situation Room. And I can say this because I'm the one that put the girl up to the interview in D.C. with John Holden because of the peace vigil. She says, I found a video of yours that called it John Holden from Hell. And she says, my light went on. I got the first interview. It was all political. I got another one. She says, she called me and she talked to me. What questions? I told her what questions. She says, well, what about when inside the Situation Room when Fukushima disaster? She had him wound up and he squealed like a fucking Harvard fucking, you know, sitting next to Harvard. He's a professor next to Heyman and Ortiz, who killed Aaron Swartz. Barack Obama killed Aaron Swartz. Barack Obama fucking killed more fucking whistleblowers than anybody. Ask Megan Rice. He put an 85-year-old nun in prison for life. Oh, I was there too. You know, killed Aaron Swartz. I can go on and on and on and on about this fucking guy. Fucking no scandals. The Fukushima cover-up inside the Situation with Barack Obama. The Navy Admiral, who was the Joint Chief, not Cartwright. Yeah, Cartwright was going to be. Yeah, the guy that got found guilty and he pardoned. He's like, we've got 32 ships on their way. We can handle this. We got this. We'll entomb this. Chernobyl was brought up over and over. You got the Japanese PM who's got cancer now, Karma, Abe. They're all in there. They're arguing for hours and hours. Holden walks home. He comes back. She says, well, Barack Obama, the Joint Chief, the Navy Admiral, who I've talked to, he admits all this. I've talked to the ex-Prime Minister of Japan, in Delmar. He started to cry when he fucking saw me and started to talk. Barack Obama inside the Situation Room. If we send these 32 ships in to entomb Fukushima, the nuclear energy industry is over. He looks at John Holden. John Holden's like, yeah, that's right. It's over. The nuclear energy industry is over. The Admiral's like, yeah, so what? We have to. You're going to fucking... This is going to be the greatest catastrophe in human history if you let this fucking go on. Obama had. I was in D.C. I was standing in front of the White House when they called back irony, Million Mass March. He fired, you know, all the people that he knew he'd been had by now. And they retooled to cover up. Ernest Moxley Fuel for MIT was hired. I was there. I was inside the Department of Energy that day. I was standing in front of the White House when TEPCO came into the White House. I was there. Video proof. Make it so. So then they come back to call back. Well, now they want to send the Reagan in. They got to have water on it. Knock water down because it's pluming fucking plutonium all over you. Well, you'll radiate and kill all those guys on that fucking ship. Holden says, well, it's either that or the world's going to know and the nuclear industry's over. Barack Obama says, well, yeah, we're going to have to. We got to protect the nuclear industry, Barack Obama. That's all he was. Haas Cartwright. I guess this comes from Star Trek. I didn't even know that. Make it so. Okay. Make it so. I've interviewed so many of these guys. I mean, I'm in La Jolla last year where the water's boiling right now. It's fucking 82 degrees. And I talked to a guy and he saw me. He says, Kevin Blanche, come here. He's a Jehovah's Witness. I want to talk to you. There's an interview. You can look at it. It's on YouTube. My neighbor, USS Reagan. He come home, just like you said. He got AML leukemia. It killed him. You know, the thing that kills me, Barack Obama's mother was a downwinder, died. So was Mike Lee's. You know, Trump's brother probably died of COVID. You know, I mean, it goes on and on. They don't care. Narcissistic fucking power trip fucking freaks. What do you think nuclear energy is? And pedophilia. They're all the same thing. You know, I go down these rabbit holes. You guys are regurgitating shit now that we did in the fucking 90s, grassroots activists. You know? Black Lives Matter was started by Kevin Blanche, period. In sign, in name, in grassroots, in street activism. Fact, Jack, on the death of a white girl in Utah. Danielle Wood, the most heinous fucking murderer of them all. In broad daylight. Blows her face off for absolutely no reason. Oh, he got fired. Good. No charges. Trump and Obama. They're identical twins. Nuclear energy. Fucking all this. You're protesting the wrong thing in the fucking streets. You should be protesting Monsanto Roundup. You should be protesting the nuclear industry. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, fucking A. You know. So do cancer victims. So do the people deceased. So do the people that fucking, all these lives matter. You know, and I hate that word. I hate all of it. It's the post-ignorance project. Kevin Blanche. You know, co-op me. All roads lead to the nuclear. One day you'll wake up and realize this. It's the ecology, stupid!